and who also has Parkinson's. The motivating, indomitable, and inspiration Omotola Thomas. Like mother, like daughter, so please join me in welcoming to the stage Omotola's daughter, Mimi Thomas.
Good evening, everyone. It truly is an honor to be here today. I'd like to take a moment to thank the WPC for giving me this incredible opportunity. And no, I'm not just saying that because I get to miss 2 days of school. I'm grateful to be here because I know firsthand how important it is to spread awareness of our experiences, particularly as children of people affected by Parkinson's disease. I don't think that it's necessary for me to go into detail about what the disease is, as I'm sure you all have an understanding of it. A quick Google search will tell you that Parkinson's disease is a neurodegenerative disorder caused by the loss of dopamine-producing cells within the brain. Further research will inform you of the general symptoms of the disease: stiffness, tremors, rigidity, slowness of movement, and much more. The internet is full of information about how Parkinson's affects a person living with it. But I find that the internet fails to shed enough light on how the disease truly affects children of people with Parkinson's, particularly those of us born into it. I cannot speak on the experience of others, friends, parents, spouses of people with Parkinson's. But what I can do is tell you my experience. Today, by sharing a little bit about my journey, I do hope to shed more light on this very important topic and hopefully spark further, more meaningful conversations about it. My mother, Omotola Thomas, began experiencing symptoms of Parkinson's around the time when I was born. But it would take many more years until she was formally diagnosed in 2016. I was around 7 years old at the time, and to be honest with you, I had absolutely no idea what that meant. Parkinson's disease is a relatively foreign concept to the average 7-year-old. But my understanding of the disease grew as I got older, and as my mother's symptoms became more noticeable to myself and my brother in various ways. Growing up, it felt like there were many experiences I had with my mom, which in a sense, I took for granted. I didn't really understand the true value of them at the time. It was only when these moments started to change when I realized what they actually meant to me. It started with something as simple as my hair. During the early stages of my life, my mom would spend hours helping me wash, comb, detangle, and braid my hair. At the time, this felt normal, part of my routine. But as her tremors became more intense, her ability to do this diminished. I think I was around 10 years old when my mom was no longer able to help me with my hair. I don't think I fully processed this loss at the time, but in hindsight, this change marked a shift in the dynamics of our relationship, a shift which was often painful and difficult for the both of us to navigate. By the time I was 12, it became a lot more difficult for my mom to consistently cook meals for me. This forced me to learn to cook my own dinner every night after school. Now, I say this in no way to act as though my mother doesn't work hard for me. Despite the challenges she faces, she's the most hardworking person I know. But I do, however, think it's important to note that this disease has forced me to take on certain responsibilities a lot quicker than many of my friends. And it's put me in a position where I've had to grow up very differently to them. I've had to learn that there are and will be certain times in my life where I'll have to take on the role of a caregiver in order to help my mom with some of the struggles and challenges she faces. Some of the responsibilities I've had to carry and the realities I've had to live with are very different from many of my friends. That alone can be a heavy burden for a teenager to deal with. There were also everyday things like driving me to see my friends or attending school events. Around 3 years ago, it became very difficult for my mom to drive me every day. I remember feeling uncomfortable or awkward in conversations where my friends would ask me simple questions. What time's your mom picking you up from school? Why isn't she coming to this event? What's she cooking you for dinner? Why can't she do this or that? I was never ashamed of my mom or her condition, but rather too shy to speak out about how it was affecting me. I felt that there isn't nearly enough awareness, especially within people my age, about what the disease is. This often leads to me feeling isolated in a sense, as I feel as though I can't talk to my friends about it. Over time, I've realized that Parkinson's doesn't just affect the person's life. It reshapes the families. It alters our routines, responsibilities, and daily navigation. But what it also does is it forces children like me to grow up holding two realities at once: loving someone fully while also witnessing the challenges the disease slowly brings. It's extremely hard for anyone to watch someone they love battle Parkinson's disease. It's especially difficult if that person's your mother. It becomes even harder when you feel as though you can't talk to anyone about it. That's why I believe it's absolutely crucial for awareness to be spread about this disease. Not just about how it affects that person, but how it affects people within their circle, their children in particular. I believe that being able to share your journey as a friend, spouse, or child of someone with Parkinson's will ultimately make navigating and conquering this disease much less challenging. Thank you so much, everyone.
Well done.